Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, good morning and good afternoon to some of you. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're safe. It's a big, big pleasure to be here with all of you today as we launch our 6-month training program leading up to SheTrades Global in Dubai. And so if you want to grow your business, adopt sustainable practices, and get ready to reach new markets, you are in the right place. So please welcome, make yourself at home, some housekeeping rules at any time. Please do post your questions in the chat box. We have an amazing stellar team that is ready to answer all of your questions. And towards the end of the session, we'll be picking out some of these questions to be answered. So my name is Anna Mori. I lead partnerships in some of the projects of the SheTrades initiative. And we'll start this session today by providing all of you a quick overview of the SheTrades initiative. So what are our offerings and why you should become a member if not yet? And after that, we'll get deeper into our annual flagship event, SheTrades Global, as well as present to you what is the schedule, what is behind the 6-month training program. So just confirm if you can hear me well. If there's any problem, I'm checking the chat box. No, everything is wonderful, so we can get going, correct? Wonderful. Next slide, please. All right, so, and another thing that I'd like to know, where are you from? What's your name? Please put in the chat box so we know with who we are speaking with as well. And now getting started, some of you already saw this slide hundreds of times, but it never gets old. This slide is to basically explain to you that SheTrades works around these 7 global pillars of action to ensure that you get better opportunities to trade. So the first pillar is basically we promote and push governments, business support organizations to collect data on women on a specific sector. So we need to know what are your learning needs. We need to know learning needs related to specific sectors, if it's textiles and garments, if it's services, IT and BPO, and which are the bottlenecks that you face, and especially where you are. So we need to understand which networks are working, which institutions are supporting you to better serve you. Number 2, once we have this data and understanding of this, of yourselves, of women-owned businesses, ITC SheTrades talks with policymakers such as AFCFTA bodies or WTO member states to include gender into trade policies. And we do that together with you by providing recommendations to these policymakers that can enable a better ecosystem for women to trade. Number 3, I'm sure that you all know that governments, countries are big buyers. And I'd like to know from you, who of you are supplying to governments? So who of you have already bid to public tenders and were awarded with contracts? Because what we know here at ITC SheTrades is that less than 3% of all this public procurement, public tenders are going to women suppliers. So we work in countries such as Zambia to make sure that governments are operationalizing this public procurement preferential laws and make sure that women entrepreneurs are ready to supply to these governments as well. Number 4, we connected to buyers, right? For some of you that are members of SheTrades projects, members of many years of the SheTrades initiative, we know that what we do is connecting you to markets, to business opportunities through online events or through B2B meetings, trade fairs, or through SheTrades Global as we are doing this year. Number 5, it's our bread and butter. We help you improve your competitiveness, be it in terms of production, in terms of quality, in terms of packaging standards, digital presence, and much more so you can grow your business. And this 6-month training leading up to SheTrades Global, it's about exactly that. Number 6, access to finance. We know that what is a car without the fuel, right? Or without the gas nowadays or the energy. So we work on this pillar as well. We have consolidated a network of 40 investors willing to invest in women entrepreneurs. So in this past 18 months, investors have invested in our network of business, women-owned businesses, $5 million already transacted, and more than 4,000 women were trained on how to fundraise for their businesses, how to create a pitch deck that is appealing for an investor, and all of that you get to learn in a bit more in detail in few minutes. So this is what SheTrades does in a nutshell, but where do we implement all of this? And let's move to the next slide, please. Great, so now that we refresh our minds in terms of what is the goal of SheTrades, what are the areas of work that we do, I want to share that a good thing about the SheTrades initiative is whenever a project ends, a project that is funded by a specific government with a specific time frame, our relationship with you, women entrepreneurs, with you, chambers of commerce or policymakers, continues. SheTrades is a global initiative, and you can continue being a member of this for as much time as you like, because we keep organizing our annual events, such as SheTrades Global. We keep organizing our lineup of online activities, so you can always be in contact with us. Kia will be speaking in a minute. Kia is our colleague that works with communications. You just need to be registered on SheTrades.com to get aware of all these offerings that we have. And please do not forget to read your emails, because sometimes we speak with all of you, but some of you are not reading your emails. So please do read your emails. Next slide, please. So I'm conscious of time because we need to get to SheTrades Global. These on the screen are just some of the key results that we have achieved so far in terms of how much business and trade opportunities and investment we have generated for women entrepreneurs, more than $200 million so far. We are working directly with 30,000 women entrepreneurs, and we are very thankful to our key partners, which are more than 350 across the globe. Next slide, please. Wonderful. This is just one example of a project that we have. We have more than 16 active projects across the globe. One of them is a Commonwealth project that is taking place in Ghana, Kenya, Bangladesh, and Nigeria. As I mentioned to you, we have this global initiative. We have projects on the ground, but I'm getting to our next slide, which is about partnerships as well. We deliver our work through important partnerships that we establish with key institutions. So the reason that I would say the motor and the way that we reach scale and impact is through our key partners. And since the launch of the initiative in 2015, the establishment of partnerships is at the heart of what we do. They support us bridging the gap in expertise and knowledge, help us reach new geographies, and we can be cost saving with that. For example, one of our key partners is UPS. They are experts in logistics. So why does ITC need to deliver capacity building alone in logistics if we can do that with UPS, if they can support us, if they can help us reach new, more women entrepreneurs to be supported as well. So and why do I think that this slide is very important for you? It's because you need to know which are the partners of the SheTrades initiative and where they are present, so you can ask us to be connected to them, because the whole reason of why we're setting up partnerships with these organizations, with these corporations, is to have better services to help you grow your business. For example, as I mentioned, UPS is working with us in many countries, in Nigeria, in Colombia, in Mexico, in Vietnam, and they are giving more than 40% discount in shipping in specific trade lanes, for example. Maersk, on the other hand, is training women entrepreneurs from our networks during the pandemic, giving coaching, one-on-one coaching. So we need to be aware of who are our partners. And again, you can find this information on SheTrades.com. Next slide, please. Another modality of work, and I mentioned to you our goals, the work under the initiative globally. We have specific projects in specific countries. We reach scale through our partnerships. And this is our third way of delivering our work. We have our SheTrades hubs. And basically, these are national frameworks of the SheTrades initiative hosted by local institutions. They deploy our methodology, they provide policy advice, they use our B2B tools. One good example is SheTrades MENA that is hosted by Dubai Exports, and that is basically co-organizing SheTrades Global event with us this year. So if you're aware of where these hubs are, and you can see it in the map, in the world map, you are able to go and speak directly to this host institution that represent ITC SheTrades on the ground and get access to their services. Talking to them is talking to us. And at the bottom of the slide, you see some of the good results of these hubs. In Kenya, for example, they facilitated more than $16 million in loans for women entrepreneurs. In Nigeria, the hub in Nigeria has trained more than 2,000 women in agricultural practices in more than 8 provinces. So be aware of who they are and go talk to them on the ground if you're in one of these countries. Next slide, please. Now, Kia, over to you to explain what are the offerings online and why our dear members or upcoming members should be looking and using SheTrades.com. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Anna. And hello to everyone. So as many of you know, SheTrades.com is the online platform for the SheTrades initiative. A lot of you are already on the platform. It is the go-to place for women entrepreneurs looking to develop their export skills, knowledge, and expand their networks and connect with global markets. As Anna has already mentioned, on the platform, you can connect to over 25,000 other business women and buyers from around the world who are also looking to make deals and grow their businesses. All you have to do is register, create and complete your profile, and upload pictures of your business or your company logo and your products to start using the platform. You can also use SheTrades.com as a networking tool to connect with other women, buyers, or directly with us if you have any questions you'd like to ask us. You can use the platform to stay up to date with news, publications, and see our upcoming events, which we also email you about, so please do check your emails, as Anna said. You can also access our e-learning programs and webinars. And please do remember that by joining Road to Global and SheTrades Global Dubai, you will be automatically registered on SheTrades.com as well. Next slide, please. In our virtual learning space, which many of you already use, you are able to connect with other learners, your peers, our expert tutors, who are all there to answer your questions and guide you along the way. You can take a course or join a webinar, get a certificate, and use this as part of your professional development. If you have questions on branding or marketing, finances, how to design an effective export plan or strategy, all these tools are there and available for you, and we can support you with this. So if you haven't joined yet, please do sign up today and join us and take advantage of the learning resources that are available to you. Over to you, Kriti.
Sorry, I realized I was on mute. I hope everyone can hear me and see me well. So firstly, a very good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all of you. My name is Kriti Sharma, and I'll be sharing more information on SheTrades Invest. But before we begin, I think it's important to understand why financing is so important for women entrepreneurs. Well, it is because 1 out of 6 women still has issues with accessing finance, still identifies that as one of the biggest challenges to her businesses, and women-owned MSMEs face a financing gap of $1.7 trillion. So this indicates a very big gap, but also a huge opportunity, and this is where we step in as SheTrades Invest. So the investment arm of the initiative was launched way back in 2019, and our goal is to foster fruitful connections between women entrepreneurs and capital providers. So over the last 2 years, we have developed a cohort of 40 capital providers. We work with 4 microfinance institutions, 7 commercial banks, 3 trade finance providers, debt, equity, etc. What we do is we help them ensure that their offerings are catered to the needs of women entrepreneurs. We also support them in embedding gender mainstreaming within their operations. And based on their selection criteria, we develop a pipeline of eligible women entrepreneurs for them. Simultaneously, what we also do is work with women entrepreneurs and ensure that they have the skills, the resources, the tools that they need to become more financially ready and more financially attractive for financiers. So we've delivered a range of capacity building activities in the form of webinars, e-learning courses, VLS modules, and e-learning courses. And through these, our goal is to help with women to develop their business plans, to understand their financial needs, to actually know what financial instrument is more relevant for them. Do they actually need debt or equity or trade finance, for instance, to grow up their businesses? We also work hand in hand with the women to develop their business plans, their pitch decks, their financial projections. And once they are ready, we help them connect to financiers and facilitate that matchmaking. Now, especially in light of COVID, which is a very difficult time for the global community, where there was a huge stress on cash flows, we developed a webinar series with 7 financial institutions called Coffee with Financiers, so that women can know what are the available offerings during COVID-19 that they can access. So in terms of results, what we have done, we've delivered 20 webinars, 2 e-learning courses, and 7 in-country boot camps. We have trained over 2,500 women entrepreneurs in 134 countries. We have also directly introduced over 600 women entrepreneurs to financiers and helped them secure over $5 million in investment. So the most important question here is, how can you benefit from all of this? So step 1, as Anna and Kia mentioned, please register on SheTrades.com. Go to the SheTrades Invest project page, complete your application there. This is what we need to understand what exactly is your financial requirements, what ticket sizes that you're looking for, and this is what we need to screen your profile. So this is very, very important. On SheTrades.com, we also have all our training materials, the e-learning courses, webinars, etc., that are available for free. So please do access them. And in case you're having issues with your internet, there's also a publication that you can access with all the tools and resources that you need. Yes, so just very quickly, in terms of feedback from our members, we have just 1 out of many, many entrepreneurs who have successfully secured financing through us. Over to you, Anna.
This was in the size of $400,000, right, Akriti? So we cater for microfinance in the likes of $5,000 as well as $100,000, etc., and so on and so forth. So last, we know that COVID impacted negatively many of your businesses. You had to reduce number of employees, you had to reshape your businesses, and we have put together an amazing practical COVID-19 crisis management tool to help you build your business continuity plan. So this is also available. This tool is available for you to recover from the pandemic and find new business opportunities, available on SheTrades.com and developed by one of our projects. Now, let's get into the most important part of this presentation, SheTrades Global in Dubai. And Wendy will start presenting this amazing offering for all of us together with Dr. Ashraf and others. But let us get a little bit of the flavor of how SheTrades Global Dubai will look like. So Liz, please play the video for us. Thank you.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are in the world. I am Saad Al-Awadi, the Chief Executive Officer of Dubai Exports, the export promotion agency of the Emirate of Dubai. I would like to invite you to join us at the largest gathering of women entrepreneurs during the Expo 2020. Dubai Exports is privileged and honored to be the co-host of the SheTrades Global Dubai, which is the flagship event of the International Trade Center on Women's Economic Empowerment. ITC launched the SheTrade initiative with the aim to connect 3 million women to international markets by 2021. We look forward to welcoming you in Dubai and the SheTrade Global event later this year. I am sure that these events will add real value to your business and strongly urge you to register your participation on the website. Thank you very much.
Hello, hello everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this video. We're so delighted to be here today to present you this wonderful program that we put in place for you. So first of all, this is our 8th edition of SheTrades Global. As you can see, we had previous edition in Liverpool, in Brazil, in China, we had also in Rwanda, and this year it will be in Dubai with our wonderful partner, Dubai Export. Can I have the next slide, please, Kriti? Thank you so much. So SheTrades Global is really the flagship event of ITC. The aim is to offer like unique business opportunities. During the event, the team will share with you. You'll be able to get inspired, as well as forge lasting business opportunities. So this year, the key theme is sustainability. As we know, currently with the current environment, this is really what buyers, customers are looking for. And we're going through that journey with you with the great also program that was put in place, the Road to SheTrades Global. And we're here today to present to you into more details. So this 8th edition, as mentioned, is co-hosted by Dubai Export and also in partnership with Expo 2020. It's taking place over 3 days, the 17, 18, and 19 of October, and it will be a hybrid event. So you can connect digitally, but we also encourage you to come in Dubai because our partner is really put in place a wonderful, wonderful program. So right now, I'll actually give the floor to Dr. Ashraf Mahati from Dubai Export, our wonderful partner for this great event.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Wendy. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are in the world. It's certainly a pleasure to be here today and talk about what we think will be the most amazing event for women-owned businesses. As Wendy mentioned, it starts in October, but really it doesn't start in October. It actually starts 6 months in advance. And that's why after me, Juan will talk about the Road to Expo. But I want to focus more about SheTrades Global, the 3 days that will take place on 17, 18, 19. The theme is sustainability. But the whole idea is how do we make it encouraging and attractive for women to participate in the event so that they actually make business, make relationships, and learn. Because one of the important things about this particular year's event is that it's actually going to be taking place at the Expo event. May I have the next slide, please? The Expo itself starts from the 1st of October to 31st of March 2022. So it's actually 6 months of activities, and the SheTrades Global event is perhaps the first time that a SheTrades event will take place at an Expo site. But more importantly, it's the first time that we will actually be carrying out a hybrid activity. So you'll be able to follow us online as well as physically. Of course, we'd love to have you here with us in Dubai, in sunny Dubai, may I add, because the whole idea is that when you want to export, there's nothing more like meeting your buyers, meeting your supply chain, learning from other women, the conversations you have by the water cooler or the refreshments area. This is really the atmosphere and the buzz. And this year we're looking to have 3,500 women-owned businesses. So it will certainly be the most largest event that we certainly have had in Dubai, and I presume globally, which brings women from 192 countries together. In addition from this, the Expo site makes it something amazing. I think it'll be a unique experience. I mean, the theme of the Expo is connecting minds, creating the future. And this brings a wonderful harmony between the sustainability theme of SheTrades Global, along with the theme of Expo. And I think between them, they actually create a wonderful synergy, a synergy that we believe will create lasting impact in many different ways. In fact, I was fortunate enough to attend some of the previous events and the kind of people you meet at SheTrades. Some of them are actually I still keep in touch with. 2 days ago, I had an email from a company in South Africa whom I met at SheTrades in Liverpool, and they wanted a connectivity with some distributor in Dubai, and I was able to do that. So one of the important things is that when you attend a SheTrades, it's not only the capacity building that you will achieve at the time, or you'll obtain at the time, not only the connections that you make, but the fact that you actually create lasting relationships that stay with you for a long time and actually have long-term benefit and long-term impact. As I said, I'm still connecting companies whom I've met at the Liverpool event, and some of the companies who have attended from Dubai and Liverpool, they've actually benefited in many different ways. And I think this is one of the important things we should realize when we go to a SheTrades, that it's not about just immediate sales, although we do have those. It's all about how you learn and understand what is happening globally, where you understand the future trends and how you adapt and redesign your offering to meet the futuristic needs of customers. I mean, one of the interesting things that we have seen, and Anna talked about COVID and how we come back from COVID. One of the interesting things that we have seen is that in the 6 months of COVID, the level of growth in e-commerce is equivalent to the last 8 years. Okay, so one of the interesting things that we find is that we learn these things and we change the way that we use our distribution channels. So I think SheTrades Global, the fact that it's taking place in Dubai, the fact that it's with the expo venue, and the fact that the event is designed in such a way that you actually have the opportunity to go and visit the expo venue on the third day. I'll start backwards with the third day. So you actually have the opportunity to visit the expo venue. You have the opportunity to go to the country pavilions, the company pavilions, see what are the trends. Then the second and first day, we have the workshops, the seminars, the preliminary sessions. Can I have the next slide? And why have we designed it in such a way? Well, it actually goes back to what we're seeking to achieve. And what we're seeking to achieve is the idea that we actually want to link our activities with the SDG goals. So how do we actually do this? By creating synergies with the Expo theme and with the SheTrades theme, we actually create new sustainable practices, and we learn about new sustainable practices. Kia and Kriti talked about investment. We're hoping that we actually bring in opportunities for investment for some of our exporters. But again, investment takes place in different ways, and we can look at the different levels. And in fact, one of the things that we're also looking at is how to incorporate fintech and how fintech increases the levels of investment. One of the other interesting things is that we also want to look at how we can create more collaboration between women-owned businesses globally. Can I have the next slide, please? As I said, it's 3 days. It's 3 days of a lot of activities. There will be B2B matchmaking, the live seminars that will take place. We'll have SheTrades masterclasses, an excellent opportunity for you to actually learn beyond the normal. Keynote speakers. One of the interesting things about keynote speakers is that, when I was in Liverpool last time for the SheTrades event, I was fascinated by women, motivational, inspirational women who established businesses and made them from nothing to billion-dollar businesses. And it's wonderful to learn and acquire knowledge from those who have been successful, from those who have been able to make it. And I think this is one of the key aspects, is that in one concentrated session, you will be able to meet with such a wealth of knowledge, such a depth of experience. I mean, this would be not possible in any ordinary situation. So I think you actually have tremendous ability, and I think the value add is incredible. But for me personally, what I actually do like are the clinics that we plan to have at the event. And the clinics are going to be led by industry leaders. So you'll have them by sectors. And again, this is to help you take your business to the next level. If you haven't started exporting, how to become ready to export. Because exporting is not just an ad hoc activity. You find a buyer, you sell. No, there has to be a strategy. There has to be a purpose. There has to be a roadmap that you want to take, how you want to take your business from its present situation to the next level, to where it becomes a structured, organized business. Then again, you have the speed dating and the B2B meetings. And as I said, B2B meetings are not just for business or for transactional sales. They could be for research. They could be for collaboration. They could be for sharing ideas. They could even be for mentoring. I mean, mentoring is perhaps one of the most important aspects, because you can learn a lot from people who have fallen, people who have trodden that path. For me personally, I learn more from failure than I do from success. And I think it's very, very important when we have these speed networking sessions, how you capitalize on them. And again, the speed networking sessions, as I said, are from a different perspective in terms of research, in terms of sharing ideas. Also, companies who have exported to a particular country, how can you learn from those people, those businesses? How can you capitalize on their knowledge and their expertise in a worthwhile and long-lasting manner? And then we also have something amazing, which is actually on the third day, I said, is your ability to go around the pavilion, the expo pavilion, and this is all included in our package. So you know, when you register to participate, you will be given free entrance to the expo venue site. So on the third day, you can actually go around, and we're actually working with our partners within the expo, such as the UN Women's Site, etc. So we actually have additional activities with the different countries. And this is, again, a very interesting way. If you want to export to a particular country, well, what better place to go than to actually the expo pavilion of that country, meet the business delegation of that country, meet the business service organizations of that country, who will most likely also be at the expo venue. So it's actually a very effective shortcut way for you to make connections, for you to learn, for you to experience, for you to know about the market or markets that you want to enter. And I think the 3 days is going to be extremely tiring. It's going to be exceptionally fun. But more importantly, I think the return on investment from your physical participation, and I mentioned the physical participation because I am aware that it is hybrid. We will be doing it online as well, but there's some aspects which you cannot do online, right? And that's why it's very, very important that you start preparing, you start planning that 17, 18, 19, you are here in Dubai for the SheTrades Global Dubai event, because the physical presence gives you the return on investment that you would not have in a hybrid environment. It's the idea that you meet people, you learn, and you also get to go to the pavilions. I think it's very, very important that you take the opportunity to visit also the pavilions and see what is happening, because this is where you're learning about the futuristic ideas, the ideas that will shape the coming period. I think I'll stop here and I'll let Juan talk more about the road to Expo, because again, it's not just coming here for the 3 months, but the whole 6 months that we have got lined up before SheTrades Global, which Juan will talk about, and also the 6 months of activities that we've got lined up after the SheTrades Global. So really, I think you're in for a wonderful year where, again, and I'll finish on this note, where in International Women's Day, 8th of March 2022, We look forward to celebrating the 3 millionth woman-owned business. Thank you. I'll pass over now to Juan. Juan?
Thank you very much, Dr. Ashraf. After the picture that Dr. Ashraf presented to all of us, I really doubt that nobody wants to go to SheTrades Global Dubai, because it's really, really going to be exciting. But then I will present to you even more features or more benefits from all the participants in SheTrades Global Dubai. Because as Ashraf, Dr. Ashraf was saying, is not only one time, 1 week in Dubai being hybrid or presential, but the important thing is for us that you do business, that you do effective connections, not only meeting a lot of people and then, yeah, I met a lot of people, it's super cool, but that's it. We need that all of women-owned businesses, all business partners make businesses there, and then they grow their companies. For that, we need to ensure that all participants are better prepared for the event itself. And that's why, for those newcomers, they don't know probably, but those who already participate in previous SheTrades Global events, you know that we prepare, we offer a package of training before the event, so people are better prepared to be more successful in the event itself. In this case, we were really excited preparing the Road to Global this year, because as Anna and Wendy and Dr. Ashraf was presenting, our main goal today, or our main theme of the SheTrades Global Dubai is sustainability. Sustainability is something that is a responsibility of everyone, not only for big corporations. So that's why women-owned businesses really need to start changing the way they are operating. Environmentally or socially, they need to start changing and adapting to the new realities. And even COVID is pushing even more for that. But then we are as well aware that it's not only the sustainability. Nowadays, again with COVID, we are pushed to go through digital. And then of course, we need finances as well. Women-owned businesses need finances. So for this year, we create a very nice approach. I really like the approach, because usually when you attend to webinars, you acquire a lot of information, but then you don't know how to apply it. But then sometimes you cannot afford to pay a coach, or you are not lucky enough sometimes to get somebody who is guiding you step by step. But then this year, what we did was separated in monthly themes. So every month we will have a different themes, as you can see in the screen. The first theme that is in March is sustainable, inclusive, and ethical value chains. The next one is digital trade, the way of doing businesses. In May, we have sourcing finances. In June, we have environmental sustainability and climate change. In July, we have digital transformation, and in August, standards in sustainable supply chains. As you can see, we are merging and combining all the 3 topics, sustainability, finances, plus digital transformation, for you to be able to really express squeeze that participation in SheTrades Global. How we will do it? Every month, we will offer a webinar by an expert in each topic, and then these experts usually are going to be or ITC experts or experts from our partners or private sector partners. Then, but in this webinar, you will receive a lot of information, and then I even tell you, don't expect to have a lot of time to have questions on this webinar, because we want to really transfer a lot of knowledge. Because the following week we will have a panel. In this panel, we will have the same expert in a more relaxed approach, talking about certain topics, but then at the same time, we will invite women-owned businesses who are already successful in this specific topic, meaning sustainability, meaning finances, so they can show to the women-owned businesses who are participating in the panel that is feasible, that is not rocket science. Sometimes we see sustainability is very complex, and then I don't know how to be more sustainable because I have a very small corporation or company. But then you will learn from these women-owned businesses that is feasible, and it's not only feasible, is the responsibility of every company, no matter how small is this company. So after that, so within the panel, we will have the time to answer questions. So this is, as I was saying, more relaxed, more like let's have a nice conversation on the topic, and then the opportunity to have a lot of questions. So as you can see, we are engaging you in few times during the month, and it's gonna be 6 months like this. And then the last one is after the panel, we will offer usually panels. All the webinars and panels, webinars and panels will be delivered on Wednesdays, and then the following Monday we will start, or we will offer online courses. ITC has a very good offer on online courses. Online courses in this case, they last 2 weeks. They will be open for 2 weeks, and then in the online course you will have opportunity. Well, you have to participate in forums, and then you have to opportunity to ask tutors, etc., with very important and bright content on all these online courses. If you finalize with all the homeworks or tasks like participating in the forum, etc., you can get the certification. What is the idea of this one? That during the webinars, you get some knowledge, you acquire some knowledge. In the panels, you clarify certain questions, but definitely there are things that we cannot cover in 2 hours of webinar panel. So during the whole online course, you will get deep and the opportunity to get really deep in certain knowledge. I just want to invite everybody, as far as you are registered in SheTrades Global, so you will be registered for the modules, for the online courses. So you will automatically, receive an invitation with a password. You are registered for this online course. It's not mandatory, of course. I mean, it doesn't, if you cannot attend to a course or you already are a master in that course, it doesn't put in risk your participation in SheTrades Global. But of course, it's a huge invitation to everybody to benefit of all these trainings that is like designed specifically for the objectives. And then for sure that if you follow them, you will be better prepared for the participation, being face-to-face or online participation in the SheTrades Global. I don't have any other thing to say for the moment. Please send us all the questions that you have on these things. Big invitation that I know Wendy will do it at the end. Big invitation. The next week we will start with the for March. We will have a mix of webinar panel. Is going to be in only one session, and then I don't know if it's Ashraf the next one who continue after me. I think it's going to be Ashraf. So please send us all the questions and a big invitation to participate in the capacity building package. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is it Liz or me?
Thank you very much, Ashraf. I'm just going to quickly talk about how the event is going to be on the 17th, 18th, and 19th of October. For obvious reason, as already mentioned, the event is going to be taking place virtually. But actually, it's a really good thing because by doing virtually, just opportunities multiply. So we are expecting to have around 3,000 people joining us for the event, from which might be 300, 500 joining us on Dubai. And it's going to be just a great experience. Doesn't matter how you join us. We're going to try to make it, whoever is joining us virtually, give the same feeling as if you're joining us in Dubai, having as well the opportunity to participate in digital B2Bs, informal networking, having the opportunity to attend top-notch panels, high-level roundtables for those who got invitations to it, having information centers and digital exhibition. The plus, if you visit us in Dubai, which it will be really likely and will be really nice if you do so, we're going to have face-to-face networking, physical exhibition areas, investment challenges, and on the third day attend Expo 2020. Just to put a little bit of perspective of how these events have worked in the past, SheTrades Global have generated over $90 million in trade leads, in business trade leads, and have been also during this events generated over 4,000 B2B meetings. So if it's this that you want to find an investor, explore new markets, this is the event where you want to be. And just to mention as well that on the third day, visiting Expo, as Dr. Ashraf already mentioned, with over 192 countries already accepted the invitation to attend Expo Dubai, this is definitely the place where you're going to find possible customers, suppliers, getting ideas to improve your business. Of course, if you're joining us to Dubai, there will be the COVID-19 regulations that Expo is implementing. And with this said, I'll request Mira to kindly pass the next screen. Sorry, Kriti, if you can pass to the next one. And if this wouldn't have just been enough after the capacity building, after the event, we're still gonna be there at Expo 2020 Dubai, virtually and physically, to our SheTrades MENA partners that will be there on the Women's Pavilion, sponsored by Criteria. That is going to be running as well until end of March 2022. And just being a little bit mindful of time, and as I see a lot of questions coming on how can I register, registration, what are the requirements I have to meet, I'll pass it over to my colleague Mira to explain us all these details.
Thank you, Liz, and hello everyone. Next slide, please, Kriti. Yes, so as Dr. Ashraf previously mentioned, of course, you're wondering what is the criteria to attend SheTrades Global Dubai. So the criteria for women entrepreneurs, it's that the company has to be at least 30% owned, managed, and controlled by women, that it has to be legally registered or domiciled in an economy of transition or developing countries, or the host country, which is the UAE this year. It's planning to implement corporate sustainable practices, and it's export ready. For women entrepreneurs, the registration is available in 4 languages this year. It's available in English, Arabic, French, and Spanish. We're also targeting business support organizations. I saw in the chat box that there was someone asking if the business support associations associated with women can participate. Yes, of course. Business support organizations are also welcome to join. If you register, there's a specific link that you can join, application you can fill in. And once you register, you can email us. We will share the email at the end of this presentation, informing us that you have registered, and you can have, after reviewing your profile, you can have a special access on the platform to have your network of women entrepreneurs under your umbrella. We're also targeting, of course, market partners, buyers, and investors to participate, and those that are interested in sourcing and interacting with women entrepreneurs. And of course, there will be VIP speakers and other guests. Next slide, please, Kriti. Yes, thank you, everyone. So as Juan just mentioned, the next presentation, webinar, and panel discussion is happening on Wednesday next week, on the 17th of March, under the March theme, which is Building Sustainable and Inclusive Value Chain. The webinar and panel will have the same topic. And after that, if anyone would like to, if women entrepreneurs would like to dig deeper into the topic, we will also be launching on the 22nd of March a 2 weeks online course with a UN certificate for those that continue the online course on Introduction to Corporate Social Responsibility. It will be on the same platform. So if you're already registered on this, of course, platform, next week you can sign in same time on Wednesday, 17th of March, to attend the webinar and panel discussion. Next slide, please, Kriti. Yes, so if you have any questions regarding the SheTrades initiative that was presented by my colleagues Anna, Kriti, and Kia, please send an email to women@trade@intresen.org. And if you have any questions related to SheTrades Global Dubai, please email us at shetradesglobal@intresen.org. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, Wendy.
Hello, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed this presentation and you can see the active team behind SheTrades and SheTrades Global here to support you and make this event a success for you and your network. Maybe please do put on the chat the questions you have. I just wanted to just maybe specify a couple of items based on the questions received. All the sessions, the Road to SheTrades Global, will take place. The main language will be in English. I don't know if you saw on the platform, there's also captions available in French, Spanish, and Arabic. So the sessions, you can follow them in English and view with the captions in the different languages. The online courses also will be in English. For those that are available in other languages, documents will be shared. You're automatically registered and will receive a link to connect on the online courses. It's the same link that will be used, the one you connected today, as Mira mentioned, to connect throughout the 6 months for this program. We encourage you to register for the event because it's a different link with information. And when you fill this information, you'll already have opportunities, business opportunities, and you'll see business linkages that you can have before the event, and you can start messaging each other and interacting. So we encourage you. We know that it's a long form, but it's really worth to fill it properly so we can really identify on the other side business opportunities and investment opportunities for all of you. Let us know if you have any questions, and yes. And yes, thank you so much, Dr. Ashraf. It's important to note that it's free of charge. We're the UN organization, so we're not charging any fee for the training that we just mentioned, for all the tools that Anna and her team mentioned, and also for this great event at Expo. So please do register, share it with your network, and business support organizations such as NGOs, Chamber of Commerce, governments, leading delegations, as mentioned by Mira, will have a special access. So we encourage you to register, reach out to the team. All the presentations are available on the system, so you can share it with your network. So we really encourage you to register now, reach out to the team, and connect with us so we make this big event a success. Any other questions? I'm just looking at the messages in case we're receiving anything. If not, we look forward to seeing you next week. Same